And welcome back to Adrift. I know we're always trying to set up and make this immaculate, but it's for you. It's for you. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is episode 12. I'm pretty sure. And it's going to be with Loreto Makeup. Hey, with love, Erica, how are you? Um, Photographic paintbrush. Hello, Lady Vista. Lady Vista. Hello. Yeah, it's going to be with Loreto Makeup. It's going to be a really cool episode where we're going to talk about the importance of having an entire team assembled to get a project or a collaboration kind of thing done. And then you know how we do. So sometimes we might get a little off track and have a nice little conversation. So without further ado, I'm going to invite Loreto on here. Let me see how, if I can remember how to do that. There we go. Quick moment and hold your breath, or don't hold your breath. Hold your breath.
Hey,
Hey, hello, hello. How are you?
I'm good. Sorry, pretty good. How about
Not a.
you?
I'm doing well. I'm just a talking head. You know.
All
That's
right,
how.
that, that's
No,
pretty good.
today's been kind of a weird day. I have to admit. It's been good, but it's been strange. You know when kind of weird things
Yeah,
happen.
yeah,
Yeah.
things happen for a reason. I always say that it's kind of very difficult. I think the world is just trying to turn over, and you got a lot of negativity around you. So you should be careful. So when you go outside, people are very confused right now. So we've been quarantined for 3 months, so it's really uncomfortable for some people. For me, it's really good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's all perception as well, isn't it?
Yes, that's the way it is.
Yeah, it's what you choose to focus on. I say it's weird, and it's funny because I was outside and I'm reading this really fantastic book, and I posted it on my story. But it's really interesting because it talks about how illogical people
Uh-huh.
actually are. We're not as rational as we think
Yeah.
we are. And as a result, from a marketing and from a business perspective, it doesn't really help to look at your clients or your business, no shade, but it doesn't help to really look at humans as rational people,
Human,
but more
yes,
so
that's
as
something human be.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was thinking about that, and it's kind of funny because I was outside, I'm reading this book,
Mm-hmm.
and a neighbor of mine, she was having trouble with getting into her door.
Oh my God.
And very quickly, because she locked herself out, and very quickly, I sprang to action. I was like, oh, I know how to do that. I could just hop in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized that I was like, I am a person of color in a primarily white community, and I'm the only one who knows how to break into a door. I don't know how that looks. I don't know how that looks.
For me, it looks like in our community, it looks like natural, but in our community, there's gonna be like, he can be inside my house and everything. So you should be careful. You're
I
trying to
know, I
help,
know.
but you don't want to put yourself in troubles.
I know. So to kind of to save myself, I was like, maybe you should deadbolt your door. But see, since you didn't have your key, you weren't able to do that. Haha.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Haha.
Yeah, you should
Um,
be too very smart. I try to help sometimes, but before I help someone, I'm just thinking what is gonna be the sequences. Is that person gonna be like taking those positive things, or is gonna take in a negative ways? So so
yeah.
that's why I'm very be careful right now. So I've been learning. I'm in spirituality and everything. I know all the stuff. So that's why.
Yes, and it's interesting because we already have some comments coming in. So, Lady Vista Berno, thank you for joining. And I wish we did not have to ask ourselves. And that's a really great point. And I know we'll start
Mhm.
talking about the topic shortly. Um, But I thought about it after I did ask myself, and I thought about kind of what the situation may have looked like, and I was like, yes, there is that way of looking at it.
Yeah.
But for my own personal well-being, my own personal sanity, I also recognized that I'm just a curious person. And the reason why I know how to do that is because of my curiosity. It has nothing to do with my
I
color. You
it's
know what I
for
mean?
me and that's
Uh,
perception. I don't think so. You curious. You want to learning something.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because every day you want to try something new. It's between trying something new and curious. Curious is like something you want, you're not interested in it. It's like something I think say you want to be know more about people and you can share your human being.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
think about it. How many times have you been in a situation and you've Googled how to fix it, right? Like
Yeah.
a do it yourself, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it's strange. There's a lot of moments being locked out of my house being one of them where I was like, I locked myself out of the house. How do I get in? You know, I didn't even try and problem solve. I was just like, I just Googled it. I was like, how do I do it? There was like, use a
Yeah.
credit card as well, you know, use a credit card and you should pretty much get in.
Yeah, you know what? I believe in intuition. I believe in sign, and I think
Mm,
everything happen. It's a sign. If you step back and you step forward, you're gonna see the reason of that it's happening. So
yes.
that's my type of person. So this is me. If it's something happen, I really said, I've stepped back and I realize everything, and I step forward and I say, oh, it's happened for a reason.
I love that you just said that. And I just want to comment on Lady Vista as well. She was like, and you're an image of a higher consciousness. And I love that you're saying that because I
Yeah.
think that we focus so much on very arbitrary things, you
Yeah.
know, color and gender, and it's not such a difficult thing. We don't live in
Yeah.
that complicated of a world, you know?
I think we focus too much on our appearance, our things we want to show people, and at the end of the day, we don't really know ourselves. So,
Mhm.
what is your purpose? What is your values? On your like, I know my values, you know, but so many people they're so confused. They don't know. They need to have someone to help them to know themselves. It's a lot of works.
It
That's why so
is.
many people like they walk on the street and they talking themselves, and you see probably have the problems, and you cannot help them because you don't want to put yourself in troubles and everything. So it's a really good thing. I think we should be to have more live about like wellness,
Mhm.
spirituality, and negativity, positivity. All those things is gonna help us a lot of people because so many people they don't have money to spend like to go into psychology or spend like a coach life. And it's something, it's really interesting. I think so. This is one of my favorite right now in 2021 to have a show. It's like not the same. I'm not trying to copy anyone else because I
Mhm.
get everyone can do it the same, but I'm trying to be original. Something people can be hoping to talk what bothering you because people have something inside them, something that's really, really bothering it, but they need someone to talk, to
Yes.
be hoping it.
Yes, yes, and that's why I love having the guests that I have on here. And just a quick moment, Lady Vista, if you're still here, yes, we'll definitely keep in touch. And thank you for tuning in for the moment.
Yeah,
But I wanted to touch on that because even doing this live stream is connecting with people who I may not necessarily know, but I have a feeling about. You know, I have a
yeah,
feeling that we can understand and appreciate one another on the level that you're talking about.
yes.
You know, and it's
Yeah,
interesting.
that's
Isn't it?
why. That's why I've been working since like and doing the spiritual. I've been a spiritual person. When I was kid, remember I was so some things. When I'm always going someplace, they say I bring a positive energy. But I think people was realize that when I turned 17, that's why I learning everything. I say, oh, it's not something like people say. It's something I have inside of me.
Right, right. And
Yeah,
Berno actually said earlier that it's through experience that you find yourself. And I
yeah,
think that's so true. And actually it also reflects on something that you said before, that you were saying that you think about and you know, I'm paraphrasing, but you
yeah,
think about the situation, you think about yourself in the situation, you
yeah.
think about how yourself is affecting others in the situation. So
Mm-hmm.
right there we have three different views on one situation.
Situation.
You see that? And
Yeah,
so and Berno also said originality starts with your thoughts. Absolutely. It comes from
absolutely.
thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So I love
absolutely.
that you're a spiritual person.
Oh yeah, I'm 100 spiritual person. I'm 100 positive person. I believe in God, but I believe in the spirit too because they have its guardian angels. It's the way where you're from. It's
Hmm.
sign. I believe in my intuition. If I want to go out, if I need to be traveling, that's why I make sure always on my team, they need to be on the same page with me. They need to have the same balance with me. Because if you're not, that's not gonna be work. That's gonna mess up my business. That's why I always say that.
Yes. And I love the segue into teams because you're already touching on something very deep. You're
Yeah.
already touching on something very,
And
very
I've been
deep.
working a lot for that.
Absolutely, right? You don't want to work. Sometimes you don't have the choice, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes a client may hire you and, maybe you were the last piece to the puzzle. They may already have a
Yeah.
photographer, they may already have a stylist, and they're like, we really need a makeup artist.
Of
And
course.
right. And so you get there and you have to then kind of make sure your space is where it needs to be. And I almost wanted to say align yourself to this space.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that though, because sometimes that energy is in a very different place. It's in a very
A very
chaotic,
different
very,
place.
right, right. So in a situation like that, and now we're definitely getting a little deep, like way deeper into it actually. In a
Yeah.
situation like that, you don't have the luxury of saying, this is my team, this is how we're going to work. You
Yeah.
have to mind yourself, right?
Yes. At this
Absolutely.
point, you should be to show yourself. I remember I've been traveling in 2010 for a New York. I don't remember it's for Paris Fashion Week, but we on the backstage. When I show up, I feel the energy, and I say, "Oh my God,
Mm,
that's gonna be very tough for me because I'm only by myself. I speak French. It's okay, but it's not the same way." And there's always say I'm too extra, but this is who I am.
mm,
And they say, "Oh, I love your style." And so many people, you don't need to be a psychic to see your haters. You see a lot
mm.
of people like energy say, "It's," and I heard of someone said, "It's everywhere." This guy, and I said in my mind, the way I am, and I said, "Okay." And I say, beat a lot of us, and I say, "Okay, I'm everywhere. You're gonna see me everywhere." Because I'm working good, I'm a professional, that's why I'm here.
I
People
love
don't
that.
understand that when you're professional in personal business, I don't know if I have it as, I don't care too. This is, I just, the
But
only
you
thing
know
I
what?
want to see and show my work, show my
Yes.
talents. That's the only thing I
And
want.
they will remember you because of your personality, because of your energy, and possibly
Yeah,
even because you're extra. Even especially because they think you're extra.
I think so.
I think so. I think
Hi,
so. So,
one of my
uh,
organization.
what was that? I'm sorry.
Ah, now someone said me, "Hi, dear Loreto." Oh, hi, Miss Guatemala. It's like an organization I'm working on. It's like for beauty pageant. So I'm working on beauty pageant too. So
All
that's
right.
the
So
thing with
already
beauty.
we have France, and now we have Guatemala, and we're in the United
I've
States.
been traveling all over the world. So one of
Hmm.
my favorites is Guatemala and Dominican Republic. So I've been working more over there. I have a lot of clients, so that's why there's always Guatemala. You're
Really.
gonna see me on a lot of flag Guatemala.
How does that happen? Do you mind if I ask? Because I'm super curious. How does
Okay.
yeah.
So if you don't mind, I can give you some stuff. I
Yeah, give
remember
me a
I
little bit,
was
a little taste.
searching. Okay, I started makeup when I was my first haircut. She was my aunt. She was from back to Paris, and she got a cancer and breast cancer. She said, I told her I can do your haircut. She said, "Me, you're always funny. You always realize something. I'm not gonna let you do my hair." I said, "I get it." And I caught it. Everything was surprised. I've been surprised too, because this is my first haircut. And at this point, friends asking me, we were traveling in college and everything. So I remember one of the guys, he's a photographer. He asked me, "Do you want," he was working from, I think for New York Times at this time. He said me, "I travel all over the world, but I like the way you work. You want to work for me?" I said, "Okay." We've been traveling, and I've been my best friend. We're not friends anymore, so it's something really
It
crazy. You
happens.
know, people acting like crazy. And I be doing makeup for her, and he said, "Me, I'm gonna do some headshot with you. So if my customers like it, I'm gonna refer you." And we be referred me a lot of people's, and that's why I'm growing up. I'm growing up. So I've been working for the government too. So I've been
Mm.
traveling. And I think the way we open the door for me, it's like my grandmothers has always said me, don't close the door for anybody else. Because if you close the door for someone else, you close all your opportunities. And
Yes.
I'm learning that I never fight for someone. I remember I was working for the president of Haiti and the first lady, and someone said, "Why is always have every contract we bring somebody international to do us makeup?" I said, "I'm not gonna fight. I'm gonna let the mother of nature fighting for me." And I
Hmm.
let her, and I got all the contract for every 80 Fashion Week, Dominican Fashion Week. But I've been in Paris. I don't even remember where I got. And it's something people say, "Oh my God, did you do something for that?" I say, "No. Be kind and open to everyone."
Yes. I love that.
That's
I
the
love
mind
that.
point.
We just got a request to talk in Spanish, so I will say, por un momentito, vamos a hablar quizá un poco en español, así que, porque tenemos aquí una gente que lo
Now
pidió.
because they said me because she speaks Spanish, yeah. They always, yeah, and I'm very famous in US. I think it's all over the world. I have people from Australia because I've been working for Marilyn Stewart, and so a lot of
Ah,
people know me. So I think for me, I can tell I'm not Mario Divanovic, but I'm Loreto. I'm me because
mm.
so many people say, I see you. You look like Farrell." I say, "No, I am me. I'm me. I'm Loreto. That's the
Loreto.
only one." Yeah.
Loreto.
No one else.
All right, so I love the little divergence. So let's touch into the topic because we were talking
Yeah.
about it a little bit, but I don't want to jump super far ahead because even at a base
Yeah.
level, working with a team and people hiring a team or people collaborating with a team is very
Hmm.
important. And it was almost you were saying about how situations just work because there's almost this you didn't say this specifically, but I think you would agree that there's
Yeah.
almost a sort of a a higher path. A I'm not
Yeah.
going to say it's preordained or predetermined, but I will say that
Yeah.
there's different roads that you can take, and some roads are a little closer to full alignment
Closer.
than
Yeah.
other roads, right? And so when I say that, it's because I think that yesterday I was working with Death to Tennis, and I'm a
Okay.
photographer, but I
I
modeled,
know.
and it was fun. It was a great time.
Yeah, it was good.
But
You enjoy. You have a good shot.
yeah, and so that to me was a fantastic experience for multiple reasons. It was
Yeah.
fantastic as a photographer to model and feel that experience to be on the other side. You know,
Yeah.
to when I photograph somebody, I don't it's not that I don't think about what they're feeling, it's that I've
Hmm.
never been in a position to think what they're feeling, you
Yeah.
know?
I
So
know.
as a result, right? Yeah. Yeah. Have you modeled before? Do you know what that's like?
I've been modeling when I was 12, and this is was my father said, "You're gonna be a superstar." I said, "Stop," because one of the mother was not show up, and I said, "You're gonna walk." And I said, "What?" But I always interesting watching videos, and I said, "I'm gonna
Mm.
watch." And everybody was. It was very fun. I stopped to modeling when I got contracts, like and what like in hair and makeup. I say, you know what? I'm gonna stay in hair, makeup, and body paintings, so like and
Mhm.
fashion director. So modeling is not really my type. I'm modeling by myself. That's
Right.
more contract, you know. I can be travel more of that, so I can create my team. That's why I could start create my team and everything.
Right. Okay, so you've done it, so you know the experience. Now the flip side to
Yeah.
that is um the other element to why I think that that was special was because I also observed the team process. And it's not the
Mhm.
first time, but because it
Mhm.
happened yesterday,
Yeah.
right before our conversation. The word is serendipitous. I thought it was
Yes.
very serendipitous that that worked out that way because I saw the process. I felt the energy. Death to
Mm-hmm.
Tennis has a great group of people that they were working with and that they're aligned with.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have that sort of fuel to talk about right now. And that fuel is that if you want things to go smoothly, if you want to make
Yeah.
sure that your models feel comfortable, the wardrobe is
Yes,
as
that's the best one.
presentable as possible, right? The
Yeah.
makeup artist is caring about the designs and is
Yeah.
caring about the overall look. You know, you there's a lot of stress and anxiety that I'm not going to say there is none, but there's
Yeah.
a lot of straight stress and anxiety that you just cut out of the equation.
Yeah. I've
And
been I've been in a lot of photo shoot in the city for so many magazine,
mm,
national and international. The most things for me, it's we need to connection together.
mm,
Because if I lose some part, you lose some part. The model don't know how to pose, don't know how to show up the dress and everything, sell the brand and everything. You know what's gonna be happening? It's gonna be a mess.
yes.
And you
Yes.
cannot stress the model too. You know, sometimes you need the models. When the makeup artist and the hairstylist finish it done, the only thing you need to focus on it's the model.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the model that's gonna sell the products and the photographer. After that, anyone else it's behind.
Yes, right? Yes.
Yep.
Yes. You have all of these pieces of the puzzle, I like to say. And
Yeah.
all of them are focused on making sure they're all aligned with the same agenda. Let's
Yeah.
make this model look as fantastic as possible. Let's make the clothes look as fantastic
Mm-hmm.
as the photographer is thinking, let's use those ingredients and make this campaign as fantastic as possible.
Yeah.
And it starts here and it keeps building up. And you want
Keep
that.
building
You
up.
want
And so many people don't be understand that. You can come on the floor and you can keep it going up because you need to believe on your work. You need to believe on the detail you put on the pictures and everything. I've been working for a designer. It was freezing outside. You can imagine
mm,
we're gonna shoot for summer and freeze and winter. So you can imagine.
mm,
And
goosebumps.
every
Goosebumps
detail.
everywhere.
She's from India, but she's mixed in Pakistan. She's always there in Paris in Pakistan. She's very arrogant. For me, I always say that if you are a celebrity, it doesn't matter photographer, whatever you are, you should be to be very nice. Because the
Hmm.
level you are, it's all your followers, your fans, people loving your work that put you at the same that level. So many
Mm,
things. She was very nasty, and I say you should be to let the model do her job. She is a professional. You hire her. You cannot stress her. You take your
right.
energy, step for you. Let every my team doing this work. And after that, I say, you know what? Don't worry. I'm gonna pay my mothers. We don't want to work anymore. She said, me no, I'm
Mm,
gonna pay you. I'm rich. I said, I don't care. You rich. I don't care. You have your work done. My mother, I repair her because you were so disrespectful because you like a lot of stress. You know the way people act. They think money is everything.
right,
It's
right, right.
something you
Let's
very very good.
just one quick. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
noticing a little bit of you're a little frozen right now, so just want to give it a moment to catch. There you go. There you go. You're good now. Yeah.
I'm back. I think it's sometime.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It happens. I just wanted to make sure that we saw you as you were telling the story. I didn't want to lose that element of it.
Ah, my story is a little bit bigger. One of my coach live, she talked to me yesterday. She said me, you should be to write a book because I have a
Mm,
lot of things I've been in, and I think so. It's a good idea to write a book because at the side part, I'm a makeup artist, but I'm a nurse too. So it's two things
ah,
different. So it's two
it
things
is.
different. So she said me, that's not mixed for me. You are a makeup artist, you working in fashion, you know everything. you're a stylist, you do everything design. I've been wedding planner and everything. And he said, you're a nurse. So it's two things different. I said, yeah, you should be to write. He said, you should be to write a book. I said, that would be good. That will be fun and show my stories. If I want to write a book, it will gonna be the boy. Call the book The Boy or The Soldier Boy. Yeah.
The soul. I like that. I like that, especially with the connection to the Americans. Is that an American story? I always wonder if it was an American story or an English story. The Soldier Boy. But I do like that. I think that works really well because it goes to say we all have our backgrounds, and I think that especially in working with the team, it's important to recognize that we're all bringing a certain history, a certain element. And as a result, you like I want to frame this a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it's a brand, they own the brand and they want to do everything themselves, and the only other thing, for example, they got was a photographer, right?
Yeah.
They are only capable of thinking about things according to their experience.
Yeah.
That person is only able to say, this brand is important because the makeup needs to look this way because the styling needs to look this way because it's very limited, right? So when you have a team, you're having all these different minds, all these different experiences coming in and saying, I think this might add an element to elevate what we're trying to put together.
The process. Right. Yeah. And I always working in photography. I have one of my photographer friends. He's a French guy. I always let him choose everything because he know everything. The only thing I say, you let me know whatever you want, I give it to you.
So that's collaboration.
Impose. I want that makeup, but he's the photographer. I'm just a makeup artist. I'm doing what he said me. So for me, it's really works. But sometimes for those people, they say, "Oh, I want to do that." You cannot experiment in your work because it's a team. That's my kind of plan when I was working with someone. He said, "Okay, I make light makeups. I don't want anything like fresh skin." I say, "I'm gonna give you fresh skin. I need something very explosion. I'll give you something explosion."
Yes. Make a statement. Yes, make a statement.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing, because as me being a photographer, I understand what that feels like, right? Me as a photographer, I'm not necessarily looking at the model or the garment by itself. I'm thinking about the model and the garment in the place with the position, how the light is hitting it. So I'm already thinking about 20 different things that have nothing to do with makeup, that have nothing to do with wrinkles, that have nothing to do with whether there's a lint on a person's shoulder. It's so low on the list of things that I'm thinking about that to have, for example, a stylist or makeup artist such as yourself say, but wait a minute, if we add this ingredient, it'll take it there. You as the photographer, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. But what about this?
Sometimes it's happening because sometimes you make up, you say, I don't really like the eyebrows, or I don't really like the eyelashes. You need to change it. You should be like this, like visible. Follow the work team and follow the photographer. I always say that all my makeup artists, all my tutorial, all my classes I give it, I say you are a professional. I understand that, but you're not a photographer. You're a makeup artist. The photographer is gonna see the imperfection on her face, on the models and everything. If you say you correct that, you just correct it. That's it. That's it.
That's interesting that you say that, because something that I didn't take into account when I was saying what I said was, what if it's a headshot or a portrait? What if it is a beauty photo? In that scenario, it's not so much that you're looking at the background. The face becomes important, so you're focusing on eyeshadow.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
That's an understatement because now they focus on your work. The light is
Mm,
something, yeah, but it's beauty, but it's fashion. Fashion, it's clothes, it's the color, the contrast on the photo, and everything. Because it's the photographer, the editing, the photo wear, the whole team is like they're gonna say the makeup is not really good because they're saying I say the model is not really good. The photographer need to get the good shot. That's what I
yes.
say.
At the end of the day, that's what you want. You want that great
That's
shot,
right.
and you want
The
all. Yes.
perfect shot and everything. It's perfect, and I can say my job. It's done.
hmm But so you see what just happened here, right? You were
Yeah.
saying something that in a way contradicted what I was saying, right? You were
Mm-hmm.
saying that I was saying I think that the makeup artist or the stylist, they should have a certain opinion and they should voice it. And you were
They should
saying,
voices. Yeah.
right? And your approach was what the photographer wants after that is very important. But what I like about what just happened is that this is how a team should work. The
Yeah.
team shouldn't be, oh, well, this is how I feel it should be. Like you were saying with the model. The
Yeah.
model was very like, I'm a superstar. It should be this, blah, blah, blah,
Oh, this is
right?
not gonna work for me. I can be tell you. I just cut you just a little bit. I remember
Of
it
course.
was in 2016. I've been working for New York Fashion Week, and my backstage was right here, and Kendall Jenner was right here, Billie Eilish, Kylie Kloss, and that was right here. And I just did my job. And we see
Right.
people, oh my God, it's Kylie Kloss, it's Kendall. I said, listen, it's human. I don't just
Mm,
coming to do my work. And you know the way I always be too fancy, like jacket, my shoes and everything. And I remember she said, "Oh my God, you look fabulous." I said, "Thank you." I just focus on my job because my
yeah.
name is gonna be everywhere. If I
hmm
messed up, everything is gonna mess up, and I can
It
tell you,
crumbles.
yeah,
It crumbles.
yeah,
No, I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that. Because everything that, like you said, everything that you do has your name attached to it, and you should always
yeah,
work as if that is what the case is. Work
yeah,
as if people know that you're going to be on the job. Work as if anybody in that room can be your next client.
yeah. And
Work.
that's always I said my team. They come in to do their job. They're not Kendall. They're not like this like us. There's a model. Everyone is the same. They're gonna have a different level things because everyone know it's Kendall Jenner, it's Kylie Cuss, but you should be to understand she's a model.
Mm,
You do your job. Hi, hi. Okay, we're gonna do that look and everything. A simple looks, that's the way look we're gonna give it. Can you bend your hair? And that's it. It's easy and simple. After the show, you want to take a picture with her, it's you hoping. But when the show started, you should be to focus on our team and focus on our project to show and stunning, shining everyone on the team. That's why I said that. That's why they said me, are you too tough? I say it's not tough. It's the reality of work.
absolutely. Well, professionalism.
Yeah.
Professionalism, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any horror stories of like teams really just not working well
No,
together?
I have an horror story from a was my she was not my customers. She's a psychic, but she's a little so people trying to be like too much extra. Like too
hmm
much botox in his face. I'm really honest. I think if I want to do a show now, it would be fashion police. I will take it because
Yes.
I
Yeah.
will be good at this.
Yeah.
And I remember she said she called me and I was working. And I think I remember I was in Port Washington at this time. And she said me, oh hi Loreto. I said, okay, how are you? I said, can you talk quick because I'm in the middle of meeting right now. She said, I need you for tonight. I said, I have a special event. You know the way they're talking. Very plastic. I said, it's okay. We went on the CD, finished the makeup, and I think they cancel the event. And she come to me. She said, I don't like the makeup. I said, oh, it's okay. You don't like the makeup? You want a refund? And my friend said, don't refund her. You do your job. I said, no worry. I refund her. That was so nasty. She left $10 tips on the table for me. And I said,
Oh,
oh my God. He said, oh, thank you, my dear. You know, we're not going to fight with her. We are professional. I said, my God, thank you for the $10 tip. It's really interesting. I take the $10. I come from I think it's downtown Manhattan. I say, let me walk. I'm walk. I say, I'm going to give it homeless. I'm in Times Square. I found guys with the bulldogs. And I say, this is for your coffee tomorrow. And he said me, it's weird, $10. It's okay. You're gonna have fun of that tomorrow. And after that, I never discuss money with anyone. I left
mm.
my manager doing everything, and that's it. This is something you're gonna
Ooh.
learning. I learning so many things in fashion.
Wait, hold up. This is a
Yeah,
whole nother layer now. Hold
I
up.
have, yeah,
All
I have
right,
all
so
my photos
Loreto
over here.
makeup is not just
They know
Loreto
me. They
by
know the
Loreto
way I
self.
am.
No, I'm
But it's
saying
still
though,
important.
but you also have a manager, you just said, right?
Yes, I have two
Okay.
managers.
Okay. So
Yeah,
now we're talking about a team from a different perspective. Now we're talking about
I've been collaborating with
representation.
so many people. I've been
Yeah.
collaborating with so many people. I like to help someone else. I always doing like that. I tell them that, and but the biggest contract, I let.
Oh, Loretto, one moment. There we go. You just froze for a moment. You're back now.
Yeah, internet, come back.
Don't call it a comeback.
Yeah, the biggest contract. I don't sign anything. My
Hmm.
brothers, it was on my co-tribes too. When I get a contract, I send it to him, and he said me, okay, they're gonna offer you this. If it's not gonna give you that one, you don't want to sign this contract. I remember
Mm,
one of my contract. He said me, you sign first your hotel, your tickets, your team's members, money, and they're gonna give you 70%. You know, it was friends, you know, college friends.
of
And I say,
course.
you know what, I'm not gonna give you contract. Okay, we're gonna do you pay me after. She never pay me. See, you're gonna be learning so many things on fashion.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised. You can be working for a big celebrity and you see on social media she's a billionaire, and sometimes
Mhm.
they don't want to pay you. You
Oh
need to
yeah.
fight
No,
with them, they pay you.
oh yeah. How do you think they got to be billionaires?
Ah, that's right.
You know. But okay. So serious question though. So you have two managers, and so
Yes.
that you know,
It's one
I'm sure
brother
they.
plus is my close friends.
Okay. And you know, you don't have to answer this, but I'm just saying hypothetically, I would imagine that they represent other people. That's not the important part. What I want to say or ask is that is another team experience where it allows you to focus on the work and the managers
Yeah,
focus
def
on how's that experience been for you?
it been for me like a little tough. You know, we sometimes we fight, you know, in my nature
Okay,
because they
yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
you on that level, you cannot put yourself on this level. I say, you know what, sometimes you need to have people to grow up. I know I'm not the same level because I believe I'm they call me Naomi Campbell, the Naomi Campbell boy. Because I always
Hey.
say I don't have anyone in my level. I love Naomi. She's a really sweetheart person, but at this point, I'm not Rumi. I never put people on my level. I'm not better than anyone else, but I know my levels. I focus on my level. But the thing is, I always said them when you have a meeting set up. I said them, you know what? I want to help because he
Mhm.
asked me for help. It's not
Right.
something he showed me the way it is. He don't have money. I'm gonna help them. But
Mhm.
sometimes they say, if it's something happening, you're not gonna call her. We're not gonna call lawyer. If something happen, I
Mhm.
say, you know, if it's something happen, we let it go.
Mhm.
That's the way I acting with them. But sometimes it's really tough. You know, they want me to get good contract. They don't want me to get drop it down like I went up, down, up and down.
Mhm. But see, that's what's interesting though, is that they have a different opinion or a different vision about how
Yeah.
they want you to be represented, right? So,
Yes.
all right, so in that case, do you find that it might be easier in certain instances that they're propelling you in a certain direction while you are also focusing on the more creative side of things?
I think they prepare me in certain direction because they know all the customers I have. They know all the people I've been looking for. So they want me to keep me on the right lane because one of my dreams is have my personal show, live TV in Hollywood. So that's why there's always say I'm focused on Hollywood. So not because to show up
You are
people, but to
Hollywood.
go. I know. Thank you. That's the way they said me, okay, have you been working for this lady? This lady, you know who it is. And we don't want you to lose that customer. You know, every customer you lose money. And you lose contact
Right.
too, you lose contract. Because if that customer said, I don't want to
Wait,
again,
I'm so sorry. One moment. Wait. You're freezing.
that's gonna be happening. You know what's gonna be
I'm so
happening?
sorry.
You lose 10
Just one
new
moment. I want to
customers.
make sure that you load so that we can hear you clearly. Just one
Uh,
moment. And this has been a Fresco break. Okay. Yes, you're back. You're back in action. I'm sorry about that.
my father was telling me, yeah, if you lose one customers, you lose
Yes.
10 more. Because one of the customers can bring you 20 or 10 customers new. That's why I make sure
Hmm.
all my customers very satisfied when I bring my business card and everything of things I show up and everything's on makeup and fashion. Next time I can have two more. So that's my perception. That's why we stay on the right line. That's why they always said keep it safe, focus on the white line. And you can have things, but make sure they have project I've been working. I never show up on my Instagram. I work on
Right.
that project. We got it.
Hmm. No, I get that. Yeah. Okay, so with the managers then, just because this is so interesting to me personally, did
Mhm.
you did you find your success before or after having
I find
management?
my success by myself.
Okay, yeah.
I remember I find my success with friends too.
Hmm.
Because all of my friends, they always support me. And they said to me like, you gonna go, you gonna go ahead, let's go over.
Oh no, we lost you again. No. Okay, you're back. You're back. Oh no, one moment. Where's the audio? Oh, I can't hear you. No. Ah. We're doing ventriloquist. Yeah. Well, I can't hear you. Let me see. Did I mute you somehow? Yeah, I can't hear at all. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, this is a bummer. How much time do we have left? Oh man, it's like the last 15 minutes. Hmm. Yeah, no. Oh, this was getting so juicy too. Okay. We'll do can you hear me? No? Okay. Um, all right. We'll be back after these messages. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Yeah, kind of happens live stream. It's the format, but it was just getting juicy. Loreto was talking about the having management and finding success before or after management, and there was just so many things that I think he was about to say. We've got about 15 minutes left, so I think he's going to tune back in. I just messaged him, and we will continue as we normally would. But it's getting juicy. I know. I sound like a freak. Here we go. There's Loreto. All right, let's tune back in, and we're going live. Wonderful, fantastic artist. Just in a moment, and yes,
Sorry, I've
yes.
been receiving a call from my brother.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Nice. Yes.
No, so you were just commenting on whether you found success before or after your
I
management.
found six. Yes, it was like I remember. It was like 1994, 1997. I just started. That's the way I would just started. Like, and they invite me and show with friend and everything. We was doing a fashion show private, and people come in and see it, and they like it. That's why the way I was just started. And I was going to the Dominican Republic and working too. So that's why I started. But my biggest success it was when I started with my first manager. He interested me in a lot of people, so he managed
Mhm.
everything. And after
Okay.
like we get a second one, she's managed everything. She still manage everything, and she's my coach life too. She's a really good coach life. So
Oh,
now
beautiful.
I can be keep it her and him. So that's my point right now. We focus on our things like to grow up, Loreto make up better. That's why sometimes I've shut down my Instagram and to focus on a project because I have a lot of projects on my personal life too. And working and doing everything. So it was before.
Okay, that's good to know because I think that makes a lot of sense that you can build yourself up to a certain degree, but then again, when
Yes.
you want to talk about a team, you're being enhanced. So I wanted you to finish that point, so thank you for that. And usually with the last 15 minutes, I want to
Yeah.
offer the time for you to share some of the things that you have coming up, throw a few plugs in there if you have anything you want the people to know, your website, that sort of
Yeah.
fun stuff.
Oh no, I'm trying to bullying my personal show, but it's a really tough for me because I have a busy schedule, and I want to do like a wellness show so people can join us like showing talking about everything about spirituality and everything,
Hmm.
and we might with my bloggers and everything. So I want to be in so many shows, so like a reality show too. So I probably I'm not gonna say the name right now, but it's gonna be one of my friends. Remember when I was he said, "I'm sorry, I saw you on TV." I said, "I always see you on TV." He said, "No," and the drama show. I said, "Oh my god." He said, "You're gonna act in drama." Right? I said, "In the show, but not for drama." Just be in the show because I don't really love drama because drama it's attracts so many negativity. So for me,
Yes.
drama is not my type. My best friend said, "You the best, most dramatic person I ever met." I said, "Yeah." I said, "No, I'm not." But the thing is, now we don't know what's gonna be happening for the year Fashion Week right now. We're still waiting emails and everything because probably after some of the shows gonna be retried. So
Mhm.
we don't. I think some of the shows not gonna be here a lot to a lot people. It's gonna be like very social distancing. I want everything come back at the same before, but we need to be honest. We increases like by COVID-19. It's still really here. It's still there. The only thing we
Right.
can do and we mask and most of the time too, they have a private show. It's like private show is gonna be for 10 people only, and rest of the people you can buy tickets online so you can watch it. It's not the same feeling for me
Right. 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 Yeah.
because
No, they're doing
everyone
a
was
lot of.
dressing a very fashion style street, and when they go out for the show, it's not gonna be the same. Hopefully, we're gonna cross its finger. It's gonna be the same, but I don't think so. It's gonna be the same. And I think not to work too much and
Oh. Oh no. Um.
like social
Okay, you're back.
distancing and
Oh,
everything.
yes. No. For a minute there, we couldn't hear you, but I did hear the part about it's going to be a different feeling about social distancing. And it's
It's
going to
gonna
be a
be
very
very
intimate
different.
affair. Yeah.
It's gonna be very, very, very different. Don't be surprised because we don't know what's gonna be happening because a lot of people don't wear masks outside. We don't know if we
Right.
gonna have a second wave from the
Mhm.
virus. It's still there. And right now, the most important thing is like showing people. I think all the designers gonna be right at them like wearing masks, and I think it's gonna be for a long time. We're gonna wearing masks, and it's by clothes. All the designers trying to get like if you see like I think Christian Serrano, all his collection is gonna be with masks. Loreto get the new collection of masks. I think everyone we're gonna wear masks for so long time. So it's gonna be an fashion stylist. I think it's very stylish too, but that's the
I
way
do.
it is. That's the way to save our lives and our lives of people to stop the spread of the virus.
Right. So with that being said, I want to reiterate that point is I do want everybody to be safe out there. Definitely do what you can and do your part. Make sure you're safe, and if you're safe, your family will be safe.
Yeah,
And it just goes down the pipeline. So
yeah.
Loreto, thank you so much. Oh well, I don't want to cut you off. There was another point.
No, I think everyone for New York Fashion Week, if you want, don't have New York Fashion Week, you have tickets on sale. You just women fashion and go outside to the grocery store. I don't know, do something different. Go in Walmart, I don't know, Target and everything. So women need something fashion. Be fashionable.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You can be fashionable and safe, and
And
precautionary.
safe. Yeah, just
You
wear
know,
your mask. That's it. That's
yeah,
why we all accent. We don't ask
that's
anything
it.
else. That.
Yeah, and get creative. Maybe you just like wrap your purse around your ears, and you have the whole purse in front of your face. That's a different look. I don't
Ah,
know. Like, yeah,
you can have makeup on your face and the rest you leave it on. That's fashion.
right. That yes, yeah,
That's fashion.
yes.
That's
So,
really
are
fashion.
there?
For me, I'm gonna ruin fashion. It can be COVID without COVID. Hopefully, I'm really safe, and I'm always gonna be fashion. So it's everywhere I go. I'm always gonna bring something fashion.
Always, always. And I
Always.
appreciate you bringing some fashion to the show today. You look absolutely fantastic.
I think I'm always when my bedroom, everything is always fashion. I always change everything, make sure everything is set up perfect and my sheets and everything. I think it's a little too much, and sometimes you know what, I'm gonna let it a little messy because it's too
A
much
little bit.
fix.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah,
So
it's good
with
to be.
that, yeah. So with that, are there any last thoughts that you want to leave the people with?
I want to. If I want to leave it, just be you.
Be
Just
cute.
be you. Just be you. Don't try to get
Be
in
you.
trouble. Don't try to attract like share positive things on your social media so people can be follow up with that things. Like any quote, any post you showing. Uh, don't worry about raters, haters. Haters is always everywhere. Focus. Stay
Everything.
focused. It's everywhere. Stay focused. Believe in your dream. Work on that. And one day you're gonna believe to say, Loreto was telling you alive. Just believe.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
focus.
I actually, if I could piggyback on that, um, if you have haters, that means that you're being authentic because not everybody is going to like you.
My father, I remember, I realized, I said, Dad. It was not my real father, but I call him Dad because I grew up with him. And I said, I didn't realize, I never imagined I have a lot of haters. He said, who cares? We always said that. Sorry for my words, but who cares? I'm always focused on myself. I don't care what people say. I'm not gonna be like nobody will no all those people are gonna like me. I have some people that hate me, I have someone who's gonna love me. I always focus on the lover people.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
energy I want.
Focus on the
It's
love
energy
and
I
the
don't
lovers.
see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Oh,
That's
that's
energy. I like
beautiful.
this one. That's the one
That's
I want to
beautiful.
influence when I open my door and I feel like alive, like peace energy. And I'm gonna tell you something. Peace is free. It's up to you. I choose peace.
Ah, ah, ah. Yes, and Adrian saying, sending love, Papi. Yes, send the love.
Thank
Be
you. Sending
peaceful
love
is
to you
free.
too.
Yes, yes. So, Loreto, thank you so much for tuning in today. I know we had a few technical difficulties, but it's been my
I
honor to speak
know.
with you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure for me to share my story with you and share the good moment and good memories. So I'm open to anytime you want to talk. We here. Just let me know and I put you on my schedules.
Beautiful. I will do. And Adrian, yes, let's start a new revolution, the revolution of love. Thank you,
Of
guys.
love. That's why you
I
want. Bye.
I wish you well. Everybody be safe, and we'll
Be
see you
safe,
soon.
everyone. Thank you too.